So in a world that's fairly saturated with blog posts, videos, articles, downloads, checklists, the question that most law firms seem to have, at least at some level, is how much should we be giving away for free? That's what we're talking about today. This is Digital Marketing Mastery. My name is Chris Hargraves, and you can find my stuff at digitalmarketingforlawyers.com. Today we are talking about giving away things for free. Ironically, that is on a free podcast or a free video, depending on where you're watching this. And so you already know that to some extent, I give away a reasonable amount of free content. The question is, where is the tipping point, especially for lawyers, because of course we have this considerable concern about steering someone down the garden path through generic legal advice that they then follow and go, hang on, that didn't work, and in fact it resulted in a colossal problem for me or my business or my family or whatever. And so this is why we have a tendency to produce content that's littered with disclaimers, which doesn't make for fun reading, but at the same time, it does also have a tendency to result in really unnecessarily high-level content, like really surface grade stuff, 7 ways you can save on tax this year, 5 reasons to mediate instead of litigate, stuff like that. Now, those might make a good addition or part of your content mix, but they're not necessarily going to form the mainstay of your content mix. And so when you are producing an article, I actually think, I have to say, that how much should I give away is probably the wrong question. Because what you're doing is you're immediately saying, where should I stop being helpful or valuable? Or what is the minimum I can give away while continuing to engage in content marketing? And I don't think that's the right approach to it. Now, if we look at our definitions of content marketing, the fundamental sort of nature of content marketing is that you are producing content that is informative and valuable to a well-defined and understood audience with a view to that audience making a profitable decision. That is, for you, referring someone to you or becoming a client of your firm or sending you some work or making an inquiry, whatever that next step is that is in some way valuable to you. And if you approach your content from that perspective rather than from a how much is enough perspective, I think you're going to see far better results, because the focus is not on when should I put the brakes on. The focus is on how can I select topics and make them valuable enough so that they over time or immediately have this consequential outcome that the person reading them engages with me in a way that is profitable. And that, of course, comes back to the known, liked, and trusted trifecta that I've spoken about probably 50% of the episodes of this series so far. So, how are you going to produce content that ticks those known, liked, and trusted boxes, or some of them, depending on the different types of content, but at the same time is designed to be valuable to your audience? 2 main suggestions I have for you. If you're concerned about the whole, I don't want to give someone legal advice and have them act upon it thing, rather than engaging in disclaimer territory, adjust your topic selection a little bit. Topic selection makes one of the biggest differences to both the amount of content we can produce, the nature of the content we can produce, and how valuable and helpful our content actually is. So if you're having trouble on this side, maybe it's because what you're trying to do is write scholarly articles which are designed to actually explain the law and how it works and how people can go about doing things. Perhaps you can modify your approach to that content by selecting different topics which are designed to actually provide actionable and helpful information and tips for your particular audience. So that might be why you shouldn't draft your will in lipstick on the back of a napkin at the pub. That might be, can you give away your money before passing away, and what are the risks of doing so? And as you can see, in each of those cases, you can talk about a particular situation. You can set up a scenario, but that doesn't mean you have to actually give legal advice to those people. So adjust your topic selection a little bit. The second thing I think we can do as I wrap up is we can really get out of the mindset that our job in content production or content marketing is only ever to inform people about legal advice or legal matters. There are, within your expertise, a wide variety of different things you can produce content about that don't have to be legal advice. So don't be afraid to approach your content marketing from a less legal perspective and just have topics that dovetail into the law rather than always having topics which are smack bang on the law. Those are my general bits of advice for that particular topic. It can be a challenging river to navigate, but I don't think it's impossible. And I think you need to try your best to avoid getting into the mindset where you're just drawing the line, because inevitably your content will become not very helpful. If you focus on the helpfulness of the content, then you can also reinforce your good choices there by ensuring that your topic selection is sound and drives you to producing content that is valuable, but doesn't run the wrath or the risk of the wrath of the people who monitor the things that you say and get you sued for doing something stupid. That is my thought on that particular topic. You can help me out if you enjoyed that or found it useful by hitting the like button or subscribing to the YouTube channel or the podcast, or just generally doing nice stuff. Commenting is always good. I like to hear your comments and have your questions. If you need to follow up on anything I said or think I made no sense at all, then please feel free to let me know, and I'll see you next time.